Have you ever noticed how time seems to slip away when you're sitting comfortably watching a movie, taking a trip to see family, or even just chatting with friends for hours? Most of us enjoy those peaceful moments, but rarely do we stop to think what is really happening inside our bodies during all that time sitting still. Now, imagine this. You stand up after a long flight or a marathon TV session. Your legs feel a little stiff, maybe a bit swollen. You shake it off, assuming it's just part of getting older. But did you know that this could be your body's way of warning you about a much deeper, hidden risk? For seniors especially, periods of long sitting, whether from travel, recovery, or simply enjoying the comforts of retirement, can quietly set the stage for something serious: a pulmonary embolism. That's a blood clot that can form in your leg and, if left unchecked, travel up to your lungs, causing life-threatening complications often with little or no warning. It sounds scary, and it is, but it's also preventable. Today, I'll guide you through the real science, the warning signs, and the easy, everyday steps you can take to protect your future and stay active, safe, and independent, whether you're jet-setting or just enjoying your favorite chair. Are you ready to turn every journey, every rest, into a new opportunity for health and vitality? Let's begin. Let's start by understanding what we're really talking about. A pulmonary embolism more pays a blockage in one of the arteries in your lungs. Most often, it's caused by a blood clot that starts in your deep leg veins, condition called deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. When this clot breaks loose, it rides the bloodstream straight to your lungs, where it can stop oxygen from reaching your heart and brain. Why does this matter so much for people over 60? First, our bodies naturally change as we age. The valves and walls in our veins become a little weaker. Our blood might get thicker, especially if we're dehydrated or on certain medications. Many of us face more time in recovery after illnesses, surgeries, or even just a particularly tiring day. Each of these factors makes it a little easier for blood to pool and clot. The numbers are sobering. More than half of all pulmonary embolisms happen in people over 60. Seniors are also more likely to have risk factors like varicose veins, heart disease, diabetes, or a history of cancer, all of which make blood clots more likely. And yet, so many older adults and their families don't realize how quickly and quietly these clots can form. If you or someone you love is in this stage of life, this knowledge is power. It's not about being afraid, it's about being prepared and proactive. Why sitting too long is so dangerous. Travel, home life, and hidden triggers. Now let's talk about something we all enjoy: rest. Travel, a good book, time spent reminiscing with friends. These moments fill our golden years with joy. But there's a hidden trap: inactivity. And for seniors, the risk is even higher. How does sitting lead to clots? When you're seated for long periods, especially in cramped conditions, think planes, buses, or even favorite recliners, your calf muscles, the natural pumps for blood in your legs, aren't working. Gravity pulls blood downward, and without muscle movement, that blood pools. Add in dehydration, so common during travel, less than perfect circulation, or recent illness, and you have the perfect conditions for a clot to form. Who's at highest risk? Long-haul travelers. Airplane, car, or bus trips over 4 hours dramatically increase clot risk. Homebound seniors. If you spend many hours sitting or lying down due to mobility issues, illness, or recovery, your risk goes up. Hospital patients. Even after a simple surgery, the combination of rest and healing can quietly trigger clot formation. And it's not just about airplanes. Any setting where you're still 4 hours, waiting rooms, theaters, even long family events can raise your risk. The tricky part: most clots form silently. Most people don't feel a thing as a clot forms. In fact, the first warning can be sudden and life-threatening. That's why this topic is so critical for seniors and their families. But it's also why a little knowledge and a few habits can be so powerful. What do we actually know from science? It's quite a bit. A groundbreaking study in The Lancet tracked over 100,000 seniors and found those who sat for more than 6 hours a day had a 60% higher risk of developing DVT compared to those who stood and moved regularly. Another study in the Journal of Thrombosis and Hemostasis found that risk of a clot after a long-haul flight was doubled in those. Over 60 even tripled if other factors like dehydration or obesity were present. Hospitalizations, something. Many older adults face comes with its own dangers. According to the CDC, seniors recovering from surgery or serious illness are up to 10 times more likely to develop blood clots. It's not just travel, it's any routine that keeps you still. Daily napping, long TV sessions, slow recovery from a fall or flu. This doesn't mean you should feel guilty for resting, but it does mean being aware, taking small steps, and watching for subtle changes in your body. Sometimes the best way to understand the risk is through real stories, real people who faced this hidden danger and want you to learn from their experience. Meet Tom, age 69. After knee surgery, Tom was told to rest as much as possible. He spent days watching TV, sleeping, and skipping his usual walks, thinking this would help him heal. After a week, he noticed swelling and redness in his left leg, but figured it was part of the recovery. Suddenly, one morning, Tom was breathless, dizzy, and unable to stand. A neighbor called 911. He'd suffered a pulmonary embolism. Tom survived. But his story is a lesson for us all. Rest is important, but so is movement. His biggest regret: not knowing the warning signs or how simple it could have been to lower his risk. There's also Martha, age 72, who loved visiting her daughter overseas. After her longest flight yet, she felt a dull ache in her calf. Just jet lag, she thought. Days later, chest pain and shortness of breath sent her to the IA clot had traveled to her lung. She's healthy today, but she never boards a plane without walking the aisle every hour and drinking plenty of water. Thousands of seniors face similar events every year. You might not hear about them on the news, but each story is a reminder. It's not about avoiding rest, travel, or comfort. It's about understanding the risks and making small, empowering changes. So how do you know if your loved one might have a blood clot? The warning signs are often subtle, especially at first: swelling in one leg, especially below the knee. Sometimes with warmth or redness, unexplained pain or tenderness in the calf, even if mild, heaviness, tightness, or a pulling feeling that doesn't go away with rest. Skin color changes, sometimes pale, sometimes reddish-blue, if a clot breaks loose and reaches your lungs. The symptoms can become dramatic very quickly: sudden shortness of breath, especially if you were just sitting or lying down. Sharp chest pain, often worse with deep breaths. Rapid heart rate, dizziness, fainting, or coughing up blood. If you notice these symptoms, don't wait and see. Call your doctor or emergency services. Immediate treatment can save your life. It's far better to be cautious and find out it's nothing serious than to ignore a true warning sign. The best news? Preventing clots is easier than you think. These are habits you can start today wherever you are. For travel: move every hour. Stand up, stretch, walk up and down the aisle, or stop for a quick walk on road trips. Drink water. Dehydration makes your blood thicker. Avoid too much caffeine or alcohol. Wear loose, comfortable clothes. Tight waistbands or socks can restrict blood flow. Consider compression socks. Ask your doctor if these are right for you, especially for longer journeys. At home: set reminders. Place a timer or use a phone alarm to prompt you to stand, stretch, or walk every hour. Stay active daily. Even gentle movement, marching in place, stretching your legs while seated, or doing a few ankle circles makes a difference. Elevate your legs. When sitting or resting, use a pillow to raise your feet above heart level for a few minutes. Buddy system. Join a walk and talk group, or encourage family to join you for gentle strolls. After illness or surgery: follow your care plan. If your doctor prescribes medication to prevent clots, take it as directed. Start moving as soon as you safely can. Even small movements in bed help to watch for symptoms. Be extra alert for changes after hospital stays. It's not about never sitting. It's about making movement a regular, joyful part of your daily rhythm. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Your choices, big and small, can inspire those around you. Share what you learn. The next time you travel, remind your loved ones to stand and stretch. Help fellow passengers move around or pass. Along your water bottle, celebrate small wins. Every walk, every stretch, every glass of water is a victory and act of self-care and love. Start conversations. Ask friends or travel partners about their routines. Swap tips and encourage each other. The ripple effect of your actions goes further than you might think. When you take care of yourself, you become a role model, proving that vibrant, healthy aging is possible for everyone. Don't let fear of blood clots keep you from exploring the world, making memories, or enjoying quiet time at home. Instead, use your awareness to empower your choices and your community. Every chapter of life is an adventure, and you deserve to enjoy every moment at home, on the road, or across the globe. Take what you've learned today and put it into action. Notice how small changes, like standing up a little more, drinking that extra glass of water, or inviting someone on a walk, make you feel stronger, brighter, and more alive. Thank you for being here, for caring about your health, and for helping us build a world where every senior can thrive. If this video helped you, please share it with a friend, subscribe for more empowering advice, and let us know in the comments what's your favorite way to stay active while sitting or traveling. Here's to safe journeys, vibrant health, and many more years of adventure together.